What is up, boys? Back again with another video for you guys. And so, you read the title, The Dangers of Vaping / Why You Need to Stop. Alright, so, never vaped in my life, never smoked an e-cigarette, but I have a lot of people around my life, that do vape, so I thought I would want to make this video, alright? So, mainly, right, this is gonna be like a controversial topic for a lot of people because there's gonna be a lot of coping and stuff like that. Like, what I mean by coping is like, no, it's fine, it's okay. Because if you think about it more genuinely, it takes you back to a certain place, right? A certain place where you're coping from it, from that certain addiction. And so like, if you're addicted to, let's say, methamphetamine or this and that, they're saying that it's bad for you, you're ruining your family, but then it looks to you that you're not ruining your family because, it's an addiction. It keeps making excuses up for you. Like, let's say you play like video games 8 hours a day and then they say that you're addicted to it, right? It's gonna cope with it. It's gonna say it's not that bad. But video games, we both know that 8 hours a day is freaking unhealthy, right? Come on, man. Like, he's eating Doritos, he ain't working out. Like, come on, man. We all know that is genuinely unhealthy. If you don't think that you need a slap in the face, but let's just say like back then, me, right? Jack off, used to do all that BS and then play video games 8 hours a day, right? Like, come on, man. And so I always coped and say, oh, it's good for hand-eye coordination. It's doing this. Like, I tried to find every kind of excuse. And so listen to me and bear with me when I tell you this, bro. Don't find excuses and just listen up, alright? So let down your ego, let down your pride, and just remember, like, back then I used to say that, I still say now, but we're all students. We can learn from everybody. Like, you could be like 60 years old, 10 years old, 100 years old, be watching this video right now, bro. And just know that, bro, you can learn from me, alright? So learn from me, alright? So basically, it causes dependence / addiction. And what is the root cause for dependence / addiction, right? What is it? Poor mental health. And you're gonna say, oh, this kid's gay, he cares for mental health, blah, 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 blah. But that's the truth, bro. The reason you rely on other stuff to make you happy is because you ain't happy yourself. And I'm speaking from experience, bro. Like, I was a binge eater, like a heavy binge eater. Like, eat so much cake to the point where I would finish the entire plate. If you give me an entire platter, I'm gonna finish that. If you give me an entire pizza box, I'm gonna finish it. I was a freaking fat ass, alright? And so I'm speaking from experience. And so how does this correlate to vape? You're depending on it because when you vape, it's like, it gives you that sense of dopamine, alright? That sense of easy dopamine. And so once we get that easy sense of dopamine, right? That first time you pull that vape, you may felt like, oh, this is actually kind of good. But nowadays, you're numb to it. And so when you're numb to that kind of feeling, right? It just makes your life more worse because it ruins your dopamine base level. Because like, let's say you vape, right? Your dopamine went up. And then once it goes up, it actually goes down, right? And this happens for like all the times that you use it. You know what I mean? Like, it makes your dopamine unsteady because you feel like you're happy. Like, ooh, I'm about to pull my vape. Or you thought it's gonna do that, but genuinely, it slowly went away. And a good quote from Andrew Huberman said that if you want something to be enjoyable, right? Or if you want something to be pleasurable, right? Do it less often, right? Because if you do it less often, then it will feel much more better than if you do it every day. Because if you do it every day, it's gonna get so boring and for no reason. And why are you vaping for no reason? why are you vaping? Genuinely, because you like the taste, this and that. Drink some juice, bro. Drink some juice. Because you're basically putting juice into something that to suck, right? And you're sucking it out, right? When you suck it out, you're putting that into your lungs. And then it's told us about pineapple mango. Where does pineapple mango come from? China probably made that shit, and then Astaghfirullah, said Bible, but they probably put mango in that thing, pineapple mango, whatever, and then they put something bad so that it can mess with your lungs, and then you're gonna die. Probably the best way that you could do is something that I did was you cut it down, bro. You gotta cut it down first. Like, you gotta take some baby steps real quick, bro. Like, probably vape only every other day. Promise to yourself that you're gonna vape every other day, and then every other day you're gonna vape only probably like you're only gonna do 5 puffs every other day. And if you go over it, you could pay someone or something like that, right? Because this is a problem, genuinely, because you're depending on it. Like some freaking dumbass people here are gonna be like, oh, but I'm depending on food. Shut up, you need food. You don't need to vape, you dumbass. So listen closely, bro. Listen closely. You need to stop vaping, bro, because you know it really ruins your mental health, because it makes you dependent on something. Like back then when I was dependent on food, like instead of improving my mental health, improving the root cause, right, improving from within, I tried to look for external stuff, video games, validation from texting women, right? I used to text many girls and it's just freaking stupid. Jacking off, you know, and anime and binge eating, all those stuff. I would look instead of just serving the root cause, bro. Like honestly, it's just much more better. Cause listen up, right? Let's say you vape, bro. Instead of paying for a vape, instead of getting some more new juice, what you can genuinely do, right? Instead of driving there, at least meditate, bro. I'm not telling you. I'm telling you this seriously though. Like, I need you to give this 100% your actually the truth, bro. This is the truth. I'm telling you real quick, bro. The real truth. Meditating and journaling has helped me more than antidepressants has helped me. I'm serious. When I started to meditate and I started to exercise and I started to do some gratitude, be grateful for what I have, right? If I did that every single day, it helped me far more than antidepressants, all right? So you need to try it out, bro. Instead of pulling the vape, when you feel like pulling the vape, try meditating, honestly, bro. And you may think it's gay, but it's better to be gay than to have lung cancer, honestly. Like, I like these people always talk about me like, oh, meditating's gay, journaling's gay, this and that's gay. Okay, caring about my mental health is gay. Okay, then make me gay. While you are on your phone scrolling to TikTok, looking for the next dopamine rush, and you're just so numb to it. You're just numb to dopamine now because all you do is chase it. And if all you do is chase dopamine / happiness, right? If you don't know what dopamine is, it's the happiness drug, right? And so if all you do is chase it, you become numb to it, right? And so you're living this dopamine filled life, right? And so you scroll through TikTok, you watch a lot of colorful anime, you play a lot of freaking video games, right? And this is me, right? And then I would go home, or like not go home, but I would go to the kitchen, get some freaking Hot Pockets, throw it in there, so freaking good, bro. And then eat some munchies, which is like Doritos, Cheetos, and a bunch of other food, and then drink some energy drinks, bruh. And I would drink that zero sugar for what reason? What reason, bro? What reason? I'm so stupid. I'll be drinking that zero sugar to balance my diet out, but shut the hell up, man. You're being a stupid. Goofy all, bro. Goofy all, man. So, yeah, bro. If you chase that dopamine, keep chasing that dopamine. I'm telling you, it will go up, right? And then, let's say your base level was here. It goes up. it goes down more than what your base level was. And so if your dopamine is below the base level, you know how you're gonna feel? Depressed. And what are you gonna do to make what will that make you do? Like, you are here and you feel sadder than what you were, right? What are you gonna do afterwards? You're gonna do the bad habit again to boost it up, when in true reality, you're just gonna keep going down and down. So you are making the downfall for yourself, bruh. This all correlates to vaping as well, man. Like, it can cause cardiovascular heart disease, man. Like, what is that? What are you doing, bruh? Instead of running, instead of walking, instead of running, walking, biking, playing soccer, teaching your kid football, playing basketball, whatever it may be, instead of improving your cardiovascular system and reducing the risk of having lung disease, what is your goofy ass doing? You're highering the risk. Like, bro, what are you doing? Like, hello, what are you doing? Like, bruh, this shit is mind-blowing. I feel raw. This thing is mind-blowing, man. Why would you want to put yourself at risk for some juice? And let me ask you genuinely, why do you like it? If you like the taste, then drink some juice. If it makes you feel good, right? Again, let me bring it back to what I was saying. It causes you to have dependence/reliance, and that means you're addicted to it. And to get rid of addiction, you need to serve the root cause. You need to deal with the root cause, and the root cause is poor mental health. You don't wanna like let down your pride and let down your ego, but the true reality is, if you have dependence on something, it could be food, bruh. Like, I'm telling you, dependence on food, like, you know, you can have that certain dependence on food where you need that nutrition, right? That nutrition, but dependence on food binging is like, you eat so much of it, like, to the point where if you don't eat so much of it, you feel like you're depressed. Like, you rely on binge eating to make you feel happier, right? Like, you have a certain emotion towards that food, right? And so a good way to get rid of binge eating, right, is to of course improve your mental health, but also you want to also say to yourself, like, I eat purely for nutrition, not for feel. So, like, if you look at a cake versus a banana, like, you look at the banana, like, I eat for nutrition. Like, if you see the nutrition facts, there's so much sugar in that cake, I'm not gonna eat that cake, right? And so if you look back then, our ancestors, what did they do? They would eat for nutrition. They don't care about that cake, that chemicals that scientists put inside so it can taste good. They would eat purely for nutrition. And so, like I said, if you vape for purely for taste, then drink some orange juice or something, man. Like, mix up something. There's always a way. You always can find a way. And the second one is, if it's genuinely for your pure feel / it became your habit. If it's your habit, then quit it. And if you don't want to quit it, why don't you want to quit it? Why don't you want to quit it? What's the reason? It needs to be a hell of a good reason. And if it's not a good reason, like, if it ain't making you die, like, oh, I need vape to stay alive for this and that, then it's a dumb reason. Just quit it. And if you say, I quit it but I don't want to, you know who said that? I did. I said that about pornography. Oh, I can't quit. I can quit. Stop watching hentai. I can quit, but I just don't want to. Okay, then what happened? I tried to quit at least 10 days. I tried to quit for at least 2 days. I know what happened to me. I got back on it. It's because you're trying to cope. And if you need to cope, stop coping, right? And start working on yourself. Give yourself more time. Have more pride in yourself. Have more love for yourself. Just like, if you do vape, bro, just listen up. Tell yourself this right now. Come on, man. I want to reduce the risk of lung disease because I love myself. I love myself, bro, because I'm gonna stop myself from having cardiovascular heart disease, bro. I'm gonna work on my cardio instead of ruining it. Promise yourself that. And I'm also gonna work on my mental health. So I'm gonna stop relying on stuff and just genuinely be happy in the inside and be grateful. Because number one thing, right? The happy drug is dopamine, right? And the other happy drug that is gonna give you is gratitude, all right? That sense of gratitude. And then the other one's gonna be love. Obviously, you can go and chase love, and you can do some loving meditation, like, you know, like where you think about your loved ones, this and that, like, but that's too far advanced for you right now, bro. But gratitude, number one, bro. I swear to you, you will not rely on vaping once if you are so grateful for life. Like, you could be like, I am grateful, I am grateful, I am grateful. Okay, so then look genuinely, what are you grateful for? Because if you are truly grateful, that means you're truly happy, and that means you won't be dependent on vaping or anime or whatever, this and that, binge eating, whatever. You need to serve the root cause. And so, I think that's enough for me, bro. Improve your life, alright? Because you're much more, right? You're much more than that little stick that's holding you back, right? You're much more than that. It's holding you back. It's shackles, right? It's shackling you right now. Like, you could be a much more better person, a much more happier person instead of relying on this pod, you know? You need to quit it and live a better life, alright? You're much more than this stick that's controlling you. Freaking juice. And yeah, that's enough for me. See you. Have a good rest of your day.